It's been a while, and so usually I prefer to just recite my pieces as I connect with you and check you in the eyes.
This request comes from Daniel. Connect with that.
Oh, yes, I connect it.
I feel like I'm also being put on the spot.
Okay,
You're welcome.
so let's try this. So her first name is Wu, and the second name is Men, but her surname is synonymous with death, it seems. Victimization faster than neighborhood watch in a white neighborhood. We are quick to tell death stats, but look at the birth it breeds. At some point, in the days of Kakurukade Munguda, we dwelt in the land of queens, and how loud should the blood of the innocent be before freedom hears? You see, my testosterone levels are toxically raised to erase and laid to waste the ideology of she was asking for it with a skimpy skirt down her waist. And every time she leaves home, her eulogy is prepared because who knows, whoever she interacts with might just be another basket case. What is that? All right. It takes a village to raise a child, but it seems it takes a nation to be quiet about the abuse of its mom. We burning bridges, but they're building them in the name of the deceased, they say, but that doesn't bring Magdalena back. In the name of peaceful protest, we've seen no increase in progress, and so if safety in university is zero, then how much might a high school learner lack? You see, we should call it what it is. This is what love, famine is. Some men failed, and the consequence of that is broken families. And I think there's greater things to be worried about than feeling intimidated or insulted in the face of feminists. The protest was an indication of a revolution that is yet to be televised. We are speedily coming for your policies. We are the roots that caught ground as a result of fallen seeds. Look, it's not gender-based violence. It's barbaric violation against human beings. See, my colleague friend Lisa was left breathless at the ruthless hands of a barbarian. We placed her memories on a wall to hang on, so do allow me this time to mourn Elisa. As I exercise the freedom of movement to an ancient time, to a portal of Queen Aminatu, Queen Nefertiti, Queen Cleopatra, the unsung songs of these immortal heroes tell Da Vinci a mere fragment of these goddesses cannot be equated to the portrait of the Mona Lisa. For these are the oracles of Nangili Nashima. Hashimunda wa Kongali, Hashongo wa Kongali Ambangula, Hainakula Okantima Mokuhwa, Hailapa Hulime Kondobolo, Malenga Adaleme. We fast forward to an era of postmodernism where post-sharing feeds clout, its shock value at the expense of Shannon's body that's barely found. Protect the culprits while Juanita Mabula's blood cries for freedom from beneath the soil. The system failed her. We are tired of non-prevailing justice. Tread carefully as you approach us. We are the landlords of these deadly grounds. Carried on the brittle backs of those that fiddle checks, this African elephant weight of young revolutionaries are nothing short of a lethal cannon. Food stomping as loud as an African drum. Our souls echo. We need justice for Magdalena Stoffels, Lucia Shikongo, Tina Dejay, and Shannon. But resentment spoke to me, clenching a fist and asked me, what right do I have to speak on women issues if I carry the image of toxicity in a narrative that perpetuates violence? Suggesting that somehow my loins are villainous, but I have learned in a heated argument, maintain silence. One of my grandfather's wise sayings rang truth. As much as the stomach is for food, the strength of a man is for guidance. He said, love not because it is reciprocated, but love regardless. That's what being a child of God is. It's post-colonial and untreated childhood trauma, the consequence of which is tethered rage, the daily plight of a black man, the deadly men don't cry narrative that has done more damage than good, and maybe, just maybe, that's why our societies lack men. Patriarchal accolades are said to be synonymous with men. Speak to me with your chest tucked in, toxic as legend has it. It is said of the modern black man that placed on a pH scale, he is all methoxybenzoic acid. A while ago, I read about a false sexual assault accusation. Exonerated Malcolm Alexander said 38 years for a crime he didn't commit. 38 years, let that sink in. That's a long sentence to come to a point. What is the difference then between a life lost and a life operating at a loss? I thought so. Because your ideology is just as biased. Opposed narratives are supposed to be toxic, and you only embrace those that align to yours. But be that as it may, I navigate through this dark world in my royal shade of black, in the absence of which they would not have known light. I am the embodiment of greatness, but with their level of ignorance, they would not have known that. See, we never wanted to be equal with the white man. He is not the criteria nor the yardstick upon which equality is measured, and that's a known fact. And so by God and for God and foretold, the fourfold Abrahamic descendant but also an old soul because she was 18, right? And they blamed her rape on a skirt. And the vast majority of these girls are walking around scared. And some of them live suppressed under a daunting threat. Plus, she's just an orphan, really. What will she do for bread? You see, we can't imagine the emotion that this Lena borrows. And we didn't forget the injustice of Magdalena Stoffels. We are fighting for Juanita Mabula till the anger topples, because we just want justice for our Avia as we enter law courts. And somebody said on Twitter, women should dress better. My counter argument is this: should her dress matter? What about these babies and toddlers when they get murdered? I guess we are very quick to comment when we are not the ones burdened. So this is for Jane Fonda. It's for Oprah Winfrey at 9. This is for victim shaming because it's over the line. This is for Tyler Perry and it's for Shia LaBeouf. And all I have as an antidote is a godly hug and a shower of love. Thank you so much.